Have you ever dealt with something so long that people stop having compassion for you? See, sometimes when an issue stays in your life too long, people stop seeing your pain and start seeing you as the problem. Anyways, welcome to Trap Bible Stories, y'all. So I'm reading my Bible right. And in Mark 5:25 through 34, Jesus snapped. But let me rewind, because it all started when this woman was bleeding everywhere. But y'all, let me explain this, because this lady was on her cycle for 12 years with no Midol, Tylenol, or aspirin, just dripping everywhere. Can you imagine how irritated, embarrassed, and angry she probably was after 12 years? Year 1, maybe she was hopeful. Year 2, okay, maybe she went to the doctor. Year 3, maybe she called a priest. Year 4, still bloody. Year 5, still dripping. Year 6, still sick. Year 7, still unhealed. Year 8, still being put to shame. Year 9, still being told she couldn't come out in public. Year 10, still being talked about instead of being prayed for. Year 11, still in isolation. Year 12, still bleeding and given a new identity of unclean. And y'all, she went to the doctor and they had to do all kinds of stuff. And when that didn't work, she went to another doctor and another doctor and another doctor until she was all out of money and bleeding worse. Y'all, she was broker than that one family member that's always begging. And what gets me, because she was bleeding for 12 years, for 8 of those years, we know she hadn't even heard of a man named Jesus, because he hadn't started publicly doing ministry yet. Which means despite her despair, she still had faith that she could somehow still be whole. Wow. Anyways, so y'all, here it is 12 years into her sickness, and she hears that a man named Jesus was gonna be passing through. And y'all, Jesus wasn't just passing through. He was actually on his way to go heal the daughter of Jairus, who was sick and dying. So it was a gang of people outside surrounding him, because Jesus was like a celebrity. But guess what? The lady was pushing people out the way, y'all. I'm talking about throwing bows. She wasn't playing. See, 12 years is a long time to start caring about people's opinions, because the people saw her as unclean because she was bleeding. But she didn't care. She told herself, I don't even have to see his face. If I can just touch the bottom of his clothing, I know I will be made whole and won't be bleeding anymore. Y'all, she pushed everybody out the way. And then she did it. Y'all, she touched the bottom of his robe and immediately she was healed. That's when Jesus felt power leave him, so he turned around and was like, hey, who touched me? Y'all, tell me why the disciples were like, no, Diddy, we've all touched you. Jesus was like, relax, not like that. I know somebody touched me. So Jesus started looking around, but old girl gon' get scared and hide after she done did all that pushing and shoving. So Jesus was like, who touched me? So then she gon' run in front of Jesus and bow down and say, it was me, I touched you. So Jesus was like, daughter, because you believed in me, you're healed. Go and have peace, you ain't gotta worry about suffering anymore. And that was the first time a blood was stopped, no gain. Moral of the story, God is not just interested in fixing your problem, he's interested in restoring the part of you the problem tried to destroy. See, they called her unclean, but Jesus called her daughter, because the issue didn't just attack her body, it attacked her identity. And some of us are praying for God to remove the issue, but what he really wants to heal first is the shame the issue placed on our name. Moral number 2, never underestimate one single touch from God. Anyways, now go read it for yourself. I want to know what y'all learned. Mark 5:25 through 34. Did you enjoy this story? Go get Trap Bible Stories, the book, Volume 1 and Volume 2, available on Amazon. And I'll see you on the next video.
Mama, we made it. Been reading the Bible, Genesis to Revelation. We learned the scripture, mama, we made it. Been reading the Bible, Genesis to Revelation. These Bible stories, pain and the glory. God get the glory from every story. Trap Bible stories, Trap Bible.
In grain, nobody could figure it out, and Pharaoh was stressed.